said all that bounce like a basketball. Your boo never coming back. This go stupid, go dumb. Told that boy you gotta pay for some. I sit on no throne, you.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store.
Dollar. Hey. DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring the in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD baby, no that's a gang. Crazy girls after the game. We going honest, we going insane. Pouring this. Dead homies got me pouring this. We get awards, but we give God the glory. I'm shooting my shot, and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug and
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Chicago Bears and the New York Jets. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Now Hall to start the drive. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. The Jets at 6-4 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind is winning. So they come in feeling good. They got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
This defense for the Bears, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. A give running right is Hall. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Wilson and Moore there for the Jets first. Running left, it's Hall. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson being chased out left. That pass complete to Moore. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Well, safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a third down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. 30, 10, and they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, it's only the first quarter, but that's a quick shift of momentum right there because they were driving the football before that interception, and then not only, Charles, do they throw the pick, but it gets returned all the other way for the score.
I think the important thing here was it backed up in their own territory. This defense didn't blink. They hung in there, waited for the offense to make a mistake, and as soon as they did, they capitalized in the biggest way possible.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 and the 24. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
That's taken on the 25.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards.
And the Bears take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? The turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
And the Bears are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now it's Fields. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Allen. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
He'll take it inside the 25.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the 24, Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Now a 1st down throw. Fields. This is caught. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd and goal. Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Charlie Kolar with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. From the 30 on 2nd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Open man is Denzel Mims. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Dancing to his left. He's going to look deep for more. That's caught inside the 20. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 41 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Throwing is Wilson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the Bears are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. On 1st down, Fields got his man complete over the middle. That's Allen. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. He'll air this one out for Mims. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bears are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Well, this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis, operating gun, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Set to resume. Here we go with the 2nd half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. 3rd quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run the option left. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge game, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained. And, in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. Back to throw, Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Fields now to throw. This one swung out to Montgomery. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it is 28-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously, a lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. Now, they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like, got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Elijah Moore, 36 yards. And the Jets are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice game.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has... From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dominique Robinson. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here we go.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And that will force a turnover on downs. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 77 yards on the ground so far for Montgomery. It's a 1st down. Fields leaving it with Montgomery here on the option. And he'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That one will go for 9 yards and a 1st down on the keeper. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
On 2nd and 9, Fields. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here into the hands of Moore. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. There's Wilson. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive as they try to finish things off in this fourth quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. David Ojabo, credit him there. He fired across the line and planted him for a loss on the play. Back to Montgomery on second down. Fighting through, and he's got space. Fancy. And now off to the races down the right side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. On second and 10, Wilson targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. On first and 10, it's Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia. And the Bears are going to have it here at their own 15. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, they're